Hey Blue Table fans, welcome to the second part of building an Ork Army. Now we're off to the Forge World site. This is a company in England that produces highly detailed and more or less larger scale figures for Warhammer 40k and what is now Age of Sigmar. In fact, you can see that new header up here. So let's go ahead and just hop on over to the Warhammer 40k Orcs. And the first entry is our Gargantuan Squiggoth. Now, a lot of these, you don't need any of these for your mega Orc army, but they do add a lot of flavor, and if you were really going to have everything made for orcs, you're going to have to get at least one of those. So let's go ahead and add a Gargantuan Squiggoth to our list here. And in fact, I have since I opened this all up, I have been logged out. So let's just log in really quick here. So I'm going to take that off of that page. By the way, Blue Table Painting, if you go to Blue Table Painting on YouTube, we have a lot of orcs videos, and there's a lot of really good stuff, conversions, collections that we've done over the many years. We've probably done maybe 30 or 40 orc armies over the course of Blue Table Painting's long and illustrious and ongoing career. And so you can see a lot of good stuff and definitely get your inspiration for the day. So let's see here. I am now logged on. That is a nice feeling. I love that. Let me just refresh this page, and I think we are in business. Now, I was thinking I might do a segment on ultra armies, which will include a lot of creativity rather than shopping, because to do an ultra army, not only do you need to have everything ever made and in lots of it, enough to cover an entire table easily, but there has to be other elements as well. That includes custom models, extensive conversions, a theme, and also other elements such as LEDs or custom cast products. So for example, in my Ultra Eldar army that I'm going to build someday, I'm going to be including clear as one of the colors, cast some parts in clear resin. Okay, so we've grabbed a Gargantuan Squiggoth, an Orc Stompa. This is actually uses the plastic kit but has alternate guns, so we definitely need one of those. So now we'll have, I think, 2 Stompas, and then we're going to grab some Bikers, and these are just going to add some variation. Oh, we have that kind of thing. Do we have a pop-out? No, we sure don't. Okay, so this is going to add some variation to our Bikers with some cool sculpts, different tires, all of that. So but we're only going to grab one of those. And let's see, let's go back to this main item here. Yeah, the main page. And am I signed in? I sure am. Oh wow, I actually already have a bunch of stuff in my cart. So, oh, I still have all the Eldar stuff in my cart. I wonder how I clear this. Oh man, this is not the best preparation here. I wonder how do you clear the whole cart, I wonder. Okay, well, good for them. They kept track of everything, that's for sure. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove things. Shouldn't take me too long to get them all out of here. So what armies do I have left? I need to do Necrons. I think Necrons is next on the list. Space Marines is high up there. In fact, I may do Space Marines next. Sisters of Battle. I've already done Tau. And, guy, who else? I'm trying to think. Dark Eldar. I haven't done Dark Eldar yet. And Space Wolves, Dark Angels, and hold on, I know I'm missing Zeos. Oh, Chaos Space Marines, of course, Demons, of course. There's really a lot to it. And then there's all sorts of alternate armies too, like Death Corps of Krieg. That actually may be one that I end up visiting. So wow, we're down to 716 pounds. I think we're almost to the end of all the Eldar stuff. There we go. There's our Bikers. So with those items, we are... Oh, and I have the things I added from last time, so let's go ahead and remove those, because we're going to be taking another look at those. So the Squigoth was only for completeness. It really doesn't go with the mechanical theme that most Orc armies have. Okay, so Wog Bikers. Here's another type of head and stomp arm. This is a Tracta cannon here, by the way. Let's see if I can get a bigger version of that. Excuse me, a Lifta Droppa. And yeah, this is good stuff. This is really something you need to get in your mega army. Kill Bursta or Kill Blasta tank. And guess what? We are going to get 4 of these so that we can have a whole contingent of those and have variation as well. An Orc Squigoth. Of course, we'll need 2 of those to go with our Gargantuan Squigoth. That Gargantuan Squigoth, by the way, is about the size of a very large watermelon and about as heavy. It is a lot of resin. A Grot Mega Tank. Now, I got to tell you, this is, oh man, this is just a weird thing that you would just want to have. So we'll go ahead and add that. Why not? Chinork Warcopta, that's awesome. We're going to grab 3 of those. Why not? A Big Track. Now this has a lot of potential for conversion work and to add it to other things and even run it as just a regular truck if you wanted to. These are really cool, so we're going to get 2. Throw those into the horde. And let's keep going. We are... Oh wow, there are so many tabs here that I have opened. That's fantastic. Good thing you don't get charged by the tab. Oh, there's a half track. Okay, there's just the arm. Okay, now we're back on track. Half track, great resin kit here. Wish I could show this to you more largely, but that's all the larger it gets. And again, lots of very unique pieces. Wow, this is giving me a hankering to make an Orc army, that's for sure. Stomp Ahead, we already have that. Oh, a Buzzgob. You definitely got to get Buzzgob. Great, absolutely great model. We've done him many times in our line of doing work. Boy, that did not come out right. Okay, Gretchen. So these are unusual Gretchen. And in fact, we're going to grab 4 of these, not just to include them as a unit, but to scatter them all around our different vehicles and stuff like that. So I think we added to cart. Let's add it again. Flak Gun. Now this can go on the back of the half-track figure that we were looking at earlier, and that's what you put on there. We're going to go ahead and get 4 of those. That'll feel complete. Orc Super Cannon. Again, this goes on the back of one of the trucks, so let's go ahead and get 2 of those. And in fact, we're going to need some more of those. Oh, Orc Truck with enclosed cab. That's cool. I missed that. Let's go ahead and get 2 of those. Why not? And oh, I missed a lot of stuff over here. I went very quickly. Oh boy. Killbursta, Squigoth, Mega Tank, Chinork. Oh, Big Track. We're going to need a couple more of those, so let's go ahead and add those. Okay, here we go. Oh, Battle Wagon with Super Cannon. That's awesome. That's great. So I guess that's where the Super Cannon goes. I thought it went on the back of the half track. Okay, a Mega Dread. We definitely need several of those. Let's go ahead and get 3. How many dreadnoughts did we get? Because everything has to like scale, so you couldn't have like 2 of the medium size equivalent, like a Def Dread, and then 2 Mega Dreads. You got to get like enough to make it proportionate in the army, so the big things have little things to go along with them. There's a belly gun, Mecha Dread body. We would need arms for that, of course. We already got a thing with enclosed cap. See, that's what Firefox does. Like you click, and then it just all of a sudden goes like way over. Orc Gretchen, Flak, Soup. Okay, now we're on track. Here's the Shunta arm. That goes for the Mecha Dread. So we'll need a couple of those. Ripik Orc Mega Dread. So we'll need like 2 of those. There you go. Orc Big Laba. Awesome. That is great. Oh my gosh. So much detail on this. That just makes me happy. Oh, it's like a pinball thing with compressed air, I guess. Oh man. Oh, with giant mortars. That is great. Let's get a couple of those. And there's Orc Mega Dread Kill Cannon. See, Forge World has so much stuff. I think there are 60 entries for orcs. Let's see. Orc kill cannon. That's really cool. Let's go ahead and get a couple of those. You can magnetize those and put them on the backs of trucks or wherever they go. Orc commando conversion set. We'll just need one of those to make our commandos unique. That's good. Grot sponsons. Why not? Let's go ahead and get 4 of those. Add those to various things. So Orc, like a battle wagon, can take like 5 big shootas, and that's what you would do with these, among other things, is you would just add these onto the side. So many conversion abilities. Knob Warbikers. Okay, we're going to get 3 of those. That used to be a big thing in the competitive scene. Okay, guys. All right, just a few other things here. First off, again, I want to give a giant, huge shout out to Cromlech. So many things. This company's been around for a long time, and we would just order tons of conversion stuff. So in fact, if you ordered this mega army and just sent all the pieces to BTP, we would be very well equipped to change everything into something absolutely unique. And we've done a lot of it before. We definitely have a track record for it. We've just off the top of my head, we've done a Tau mega army. So when you see me talking about the Tau mega army, we have actually made one of those. And we've done an Empire mega army and just more stuff. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. All with lots of conversions, sometimes LEDs, stuff like that. Anyway, Cromlech, great company. Great product, and definitely will add a lot of unique flavor to your stuff. And I would say just maybe a tad cheaper. I'm not sure. The numbers, I don't know. The numbers, I don't have them off the top of my head. Also, go to bluetablestore.com and you will find a lot of stuff that's very inexpensive. And so, for example, we have these knobs on our store, and they are $13 for 5 of them. So we've got a lot. I think we've got 5 pages of orc stuff, and some of it's painted. Some of it's painted and inexpensive. Some of it's painted and appropriately priced. And we've got new stuff going up really soon. We're actually in the middle of an inventory. We are like 48 hours away from having the inventory exactly correct on bluetablestore.com. And I mean, I guess if you have a web store, that's just something you need to do once in a while. So here's another lot. Oh, here's some knobs that are painted. And generally they need TLC, like these guys would need their bases done, and they would need, you know, the arms put back. And I guess these guys are purple skinned. This is a trade-in, by the way, so I can't really speak for that. But they are inexpensive. They're probably like $2 and some odd per model. And there's a lot of stuff on here. Right now we have, I do believe it is 1,800 listings. That's actually low for what we historically have had, but my goal is to crank it back up to 10,000 by the end of the year. Okay, and hold on, I've got a few other things to show you. It's Blue Table Store. Check out our stuff on YouTube. Also, when you set up a project, your project goes on our Blue Table Painting weekly project updates. So there's pictures of staff. I give updates. There's specials on here. Right now I'm offering a really good special called a wholesale account or a Hero of the Imperium. Those are synonymous, and we have a great success rate, and this is a great deal for somebody that has a lot of stuff to get painted and they just want to start feeding us things to do. So anyway, tons of projects. I've got you know, everything listed according to where it is in the process. Down here, I think I've shown you guys this before. You have the completed section, which is huge. I mean, look at all the projects we've done. And this is only recent history. This isn't all of them. Like it would take 5 minutes to scroll through all the projects we've ever done. And got pictures of staff as time has gone on. And it's exciting. This is a good industry, and it's been really good to me. Oh, in other news, Josh here, Josh R, or J-Ro as he was known, or is, well, I guess that's the nickname he got when he was working on site. He has received an LDS mission call to Russia. And in LDS culture, or Mormon culture, the young men leave at age 19. They become missionaries. You may have seen them biking around town. They go for 2 years. They set aside all worldly concerns. And so anyway, it's unusual to get a mission call after age 20. Josh is 23, so he came over the other day, turned everything in. We talked about the wrap-up. And it was sad. It was sad for me. Not only is he a very talented painter, I feel like I'm reading his obituary. He's a very talented painter, but he's also a really great human being, and he really showed me all the virtues and qualities of friendship over the years. And so I count him as a friend and an ally, and I don't think that will ever end. So there you go. Also, as a side note, some of you may remember Alora, or AKA Mystery Girl. She got hired on at BTP when she was 16, and she is now blissfully married. By the way, that is probably not the greatest picture of her. She is now blissfully married and living in Texas. So I just heard from her recently, and it's always good to hear from old staff members and sort of see where their story goes. And you haven't met them yet. I'm holding off to get in the new awesome studio. This is the view from new awesome potential studio. It's not a done deal just yet. I'm keeping it pretty close to the vest to see how things work out in a wonderful way. But that is downtown Salt Lake. And that was on my wish list, that it would have a view of downtown. I just thought we'd be like on the second story, but as it turns out, it looks like we're just going to be able to see the whole thing. And I'm very excited about that. So once I'm out of the gate with that, you'll be choking on bat reps and videos and exciting things to see. And I'm really, really, really excited for it. And I have a lot of thoughts on the matter too. All right, well, that is Orks, Mega Orks, and so which one should I do next? I think I'm going to do Space Marines or Necrons. Necrons will be harder because I haven't played them since the new book came out, and I'm not that familiar with them. But maybe I am. Maybe I am. Okay, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. 3, 2, 1.